While reading to Brooklyn Bridge, I relived the moment when I felt so minuscule and yet powerful. The day I walked along the bridge was once and still continues to be an astonishing sight. In this poem, written by Hart Crane, I encompass the greatness that I felt firsthand, which till this very day will be one of the greatest days of my life. I feel as if Crane fell in love with the city and the idea behind innovation, and how this huge structure, rooted to the earth, is somewhat free, and so are those who find themselves walking through it. Hart Crane, like most modern writers, used the involving world to add greatness in his poems. Through auditory diction, his word choice creates alliteration and cacophony. From lines 17 through 20, he describes his journey through the subway and into the winds of the bridge. It goes, out of some subway scuttle, cell, or loft, a bedlamite speed to thy parpet, tilting there momentarily, shrill shirt ballooning, a jest fall from the shirtless caravan. These strong consonant sounds created a gritty and frightening feel to the ear. But that's what New York City is in the subway. You witness a lapse of sounds that echo through the walls. And although overwhelming the city is, Crane's symbolic imagery creates a softness from line 33. It goes, again the traffic light that skims thy swift. Crane creates the image of lights that illuminate the city, skim through the shores underneath the bridge like rocks skimming a lake. You can visualize the beaming towers of the streets, light dim into the dark shores, and that's exactly what you witness.
To Brooklyn Bridge by Hart Crane. How many dawns chill from his rippling rest, the seagull's wings shall dip and pivot him, shedding white rings of tumult, building high over the chain bay waters, liberty. Then, within violent curves, forsake our eyes, as aspirational as cells that cross some page of figures to be filed away. Till elevators drop us from our day. I think of cinemas, panoramic slights with multitudes bent towards some flashing scene, never disclosed, but hastened to again, foretold to others' eyes on the same screen. And thee, across the harbor, silver-paced as though the sun took step of thee, yet left some motion ever unspent in thy stride, implicity thy freedom staying thee. Out of some subway scuttle, cell, or loft, a bedlamite speed to thy parpet, tilting there momentarily, shrill shirt ballooning, a jest fall from the speechless caravan. Down wall from girder, into streets noon leaks, a rib tooth of skies alkaline. All afternoon the clouds flown derrick turns, thy cables breathe the North Atlantic still. And obscure as the heavens of the Jews, thy Gordon alkalade, thou dost bestow, of anonymity time cannot raise. Vibrant, reprived, and pardon thou dost show. O harp and altar of the fury fuse, how can mere toils align thy chording strings? Terrific thresholds of the prophet's pledge, prayers of pariah, and the lover's cry. Again the traffic lights that skim thy swift, unfractioned idiom's immaculate sigh of stars, beating thy path condensed eternity, and we could see night lifted in thy arms. Under thy shadows, by the piers I waited. Only in darkness is thy shadow clear. The city's fury parcel all undone. Already snow submerges an iron year. Oh, sleepless as the rivers under thee, vaulting the sea, the prairie's dreaming sods. And onto the lowliest sometimes sweep, descend, and the curved ship lends a myth of gods.